Hi everyone, my name is Mary. Welcome to my channel. Today's video, I'd like to talk to you guys about the books I like to read for 2023. I have a goal of reading 12 books for 2023. In one of my previous videos, you might have heard me say that reading more books is my New Year's resolution. Okay, so I'm taking that very seriously. I have a stack of books here that I do plan on reading for 2023. And also I made this little document right here. I made this online, I printed it out, and I'm going to hang this on my wall by my calendar. And as you can see, for each month that I do read a book, I can write down the book and hopefully have all these little square spaces filled by the end of the year. If you like this, I do have the link for this down below in my description box. I made this and I upload it to my Pinterest account so you can download the document and print it yourself if you are interested, okay? Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and go through all my books I have right here and go through them one by one. I'm gonna show you what they look like. I'm gonna read the title and just give you a short little brief description on what each book is about. But first, I have to put her up. She's about to fall asleep. She's such a sweetheart, y'all. This is my dog, Roxanne, too, by the way. I forgot to introduce her in the beginning of the video, but this is my baby, one of my babies. All right, let's get started. Okay, so the first book I would like to share with you guys is The Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki and with Sharon Lechter. I'm already I'm already more than halfway through of reading this book. It is so good. It teaches you a lot about your money, but how, not so much how you can work for money, but make your money work for you. And it teaches you about your assets versus liability. And it teaches you like the mind your own business, you know, go to your 9-to-5 job, but while you're minding your own business, you know, making your money work for you. It's very interesting. I wish I would have read this several years ago. I wish I would have read this as soon as I became an adult, honestly. It teaches you so much. It's a real eye-opener. This one I highly, highly recommend, okay? Such a good book. Okay, so this is book number 1, and pretty soon I will be able to put this into my little handy-dandy chart for January because I'm almost done reading this book. Okay, so book number 2 that is on my reading list is called The Secret to Love, Health, and Money, a Masterclass by Rhonda Byrne. Okay, this book I've heard a lot of great things about. There's a lot of YouTube videos on this topic right here, and it's just something I've been really interested in for the past several years. So I can't wait to read this one. I will definitely be reading this one for February, so I can hopefully fill that in on my little February square for 2023. But this is the back of it if you like to pause it and read about it. Just real quick, this masterclass from Rhonda Byrne, author of the groundbreaking phenomenon, The Secret, demonstrates how to apply the law of attraction to 3 of life's most important areas, and that is relationships, health, and money. I can't wait to read this one. I will definitely be reading this one next for February. Okay, the third book I have right here, this is the other one that my brother got me for Christmas. This is the complete classic text, Think and Grow Rich, Deluxe edition by Napoleon Hill. Okay, it's still in its brand new packaging. I've never even opened it yet, but I will plan on maybe hopefully reading this for March, I'm thinking. I don't want to read like one money book after another. I like to break it up some, so I'm almost done with this for January. For February, I'm going to, you know, spice it up a little bit and read something else, you know, a different topic, law of attraction type of book. And then I'll go back to this money book and hopefully, it looks like it's kind of like a big book. I don't know what the print and the inside looks like, if it's small or big, but hopefully I can finish this in 1 month. Think and Grow Rich, okay? This is the back of it if you like to pause it and read it. It's by Napoleon Hill. You are holding in your hands a special keepsake edition of the greatest wealth building guide of all time. This deluxe edition of Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich is designed to provide a lifetime of guidance, encouragement, and inspiration. So that sounds good. I'm definitely going to read this. My brother highly recommended this. He even got me the book for Christmas, so I'm going to read this for 2023. Okay, so that was my first 3 books that I'm definitely going to be reading in 2023. Okay, my 4th book that I will definitely be reading in 2023 is Resisting Happiness. I found this at my church. They were put out, you know, big stacks of them for free, so I grabbed one. this was years ago, okay? This was years and years ago. I read most of this book already. I kind of forgot all about what's in the inside, but I remember it being a very good book. I was going through a really hard time in life, and it really changed things for me, okay? Resisting Happiness. So the back right here, if you like to pause it and read it, you can, okay? This was so good. I'm definitely reading this again in 2023, okay? It is by Matthew Kelly. Very good book. Okay, so one of the next books that is definitely going on my reading list for 2023 is The 7 Pillars of Health by Don Colbert. I did read most of this book before also. It's just so good. I do want to read it again because it's been years and years since I read it. But let me show you guys the 7 Pillars of Health, okay? So pillar number 1 is water. Number 2 is sleep and rest. Pillar 3, living food. Pillar 4, exercise. Pillar 5, detoxification. Pillar 6, nutritional supplements. And pillar 7, coping with stress. So my mom actually got this book for me several years ago. And with the book, it comes with a 50-day journal. So you can, journal about your health. And also it comes with the personal kit workbook. So as you read each chapter, it kind of quizzes you on like, what did you read? And all that kind of stuff to kind of like test your memory and all that kind of stuff. It's really good. But, she ordered this whole set together. I will try to leave a link down below for all these books on my Amazon storefront. And I do earn a small commission at no extra charge to you guys. And that's just a great way to help my channel if you're interested. But this, it's a whole set. It's really good. And this would make a good gift too for someone that's really into health and all. Really good. So this is definitely going to be one of my books I'm going to read for 2023. All right, another book I have on my list for 2023 is Living the 7 Habits, The Courage to Change by Stephen Covey. Okay, I've been having this book for a while. I just never read it yet. But for 2023, my New Year's resolution is to read more. So this is going on my list for sure, okay? The Living the 7 Habits, The Courage to Change, okay? So it's author of The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. You might have heard of that book. But this book, I need to form good habits. There's a lot of things I would like to change in my life, and I just need to educate myself on things that might work for me. So I want to read this book, try to, motivate myself, learn some new habits to get things done. I just think it's so important, I really need to kind of change my ways in some things, but this is the author right here. Okay. I don't remember where I found this book, but it was like in the clearance bin at some store for $8.98, okay? But I'll try to find this on Amazon and link it down below for you guys. All right, so that's one book. Another book I like to read is The Catholic Mom's Prayer Companion. I ordered this on Amazon a while back. I just never got down to like reading it. But this is The Catholic Mom's Prayer Companion. It's a book of daily reflections. So this is not something I really need to sit down and read like a whole chapter. This is something I can read while I'm reading my other books because it's just one little daily reflection per day. So say like for February 16th, you're only reading this, okay? February 17th, you're only reading this. It's like one of those daily reflections, like one of those little daily paragraphs to read, okay? So I would like to read this. I've been having it for about 1.5 years. I just never sat down to read it yet. But I will be reading this more often throughout 2023. Okay, so another book that is going on my reading list for 2023 is kind of similar to the previous one I just showed you guys, but it's a lot smaller. But it is a book of prayers for young women, okay? And this is by Stormy O'Martian. Y'all might have heard of her. She does have a YouTube channel, I believe. Don't quote me on that. But I think that's where I've heard of her is YouTube, and I've seen some of her stuff and I liked it, so I found her book. But it's also by Paige O'Martian, which I think is like her daughter-in-law. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on any of that, okay? But this is them right here. But it's like just another book of daily reflections, daily prayers, okay? Okay, so like this one, it's kind of like the other one. You just read short little paragraphs each day. You don't sit down and read a whole chapter or several pages. You just read a very tiny paragraph per day. So like, for example, this right here. you know, day 24, day 25. So this is page 1 of the contents. I hope this is not blurry. I hope you guys can read this, okay? It has all sorts of topics like when I am discouraged, reclaim what I've lost. I am created for good things. I feel hopeless. Lord, give me wisdom, forgiving myself, mending a broken heart, rising above peer pressure, all sorts of topics that you can read per day. And just read one little paragraph per day. And I think that's so good, you know, because it's not going to require a lot of time. And that one little paragraph you might read might really help you be able to get through the day. It might enlighten something for you. It might make things a little bit more clearer if you can, like, you know, read it on paper. Because I've noticed sometimes when I'm going through something and I feel like I need an answer or encouragement or something, sometimes I'll just pick up a book like this. I'll turn a page and it's like God is answering me through what I'm reading. Like, you know, you're feeling this way, read this to feel better. Like sometimes it works like that. I know it's weird, but sometimes it works like that. So, okay, so this is one of the books I'm putting on my list for 2023. Okay, another book is called Jesus is Calling, Enjoying Peace in His Presence. And this is by Sarah Young. This is one of the books that my mom got me. She wrote in here, to Mary, love mom, Merry Christmas, December 2020. So this is one of the books that my mom got me a while back. My mom, she did pass away in 2021 though. So this is like the last book that she ever got me right here. And I did start reading it. You know, it's just like, look, for example, it's just like the other ones. You read a short paragraph per day. So you're not sitting there reading for a long time. You're not sitting there reading, falling asleep. You just read a short little paragraph per day. I did start reading this and it's very good, okay? It's really, really good. But let me just read the back for you guys for a little bit, if you can see that. Experience peace in the presence of the Savior who is always with you. The #1 best-selling 365-day devotional, Jesus Calling, is written as if Jesus himself is speaking directly to you. Words of encouragement, comfort, and reassurance of his unending love. These writings are based on Jesus' own words of hope, guidance, and peace within the scripture, penned by one who loves him and reveres his word. These much-loved devotions will help you look forward to your time with the Lord, experience a deeper relationship with Jesus as you savor the presence of the one who understands you perfectly and loves you forever. I will try to link this in my Amazon storefront for you guys if you're interested. But this is another one, Jesus is Calling. I'll be reading this for 2023. And like all these short little books right here, you know, just read one paragraph a day. And you don't have to read all 3 of these in one day. You can pick one for each day. You know, like maybe Monday I'll read a paragraph in here. Tuesday I'll read a paragraph in here. Wednesday I'll read a paragraph in here. It does not have to be all at once. I mean, you could if you want to, but that's just how I'm going to look at it. That's just how I'm going to look at these types of books, okay? I don't want to overdo it for myself. I don't want to burn out on reading, you know? So having some books like this where you can just read maybe right before you go to bed or as soon as you wake up in the morning, you know, to look for encouragement and motivation and, you know, stuff like that. You can just read that paragraph in the morning, then read your book that you're going to read a whole chapter for, whatever, later on in the day. All right, the last book I would like to show you guys is called Hope for Everyday Living. 365 Devotions by Chriswell Freeman. I have read through this one a lot over the years. You know, just pick it up. I usually just pick these types of books up if there's a certain day, then I go towards it. But if I'm not really consistent with it, I'll just pick it up, find a page and read it. I'll do this. Oh, look, this looks interesting. I'll read this again, you know, like this page. So it's not like a book I read from front to the end. Like I just flip through it and read whatever is like calling my name, you know, like whatever topic looks like I'm interested in for that day or week or whatever. So, you know, there's 365 little pages in here about the wisdom of moderation, unbending truth, caring for your family, friendships that honor God, okay? On being an optimistic Christian, beyond materialism, just some more topics, okay? The Best Policy, The Bread of Life. Just different short little paragraphs, short little tiny pages you can read, one per day. So that is definitely going to be read more thoroughly this year. I do like this book. I found this, I don't remember where I found this at, but I will try to find it and link it down below in my description box if you're interested. Okay, so that's some of the books I have in mind to read for 2023. There are 6 main books, like 6 chapter books I'm definitely going to read. That was the first 6 I showed you guys. The last few was more like, you just like flip through it and you read a short little paragraph, one little page a day type of book. And you don't have to read like all of these every day. You can just choose one book and go through that book and read one page, and you can just rotate through it, you know. Okay, so that does it for this video. I will be having 6 more books I'm going to have to find to read, because that was my 6 main books in the beginning, and that's just little paragraphs to read maybe as soon as I wake up in the morning or right before I go to bed, you know. So I do need to find 6 more. I do have some in mind. I've been I was at Target looking through the book aisle, and I've seen so many more like self-improvement, self-help books, like motivation books and all that kind of stuff that I'm really interested in. I took pictures of it. So I'm going to go through these first, or at least the main ones that I really want to get through first. And then as time goes on, I'll buy one book at a time and read that before I buy another one, because I am a sucker for buying books. I have such a huge book collection. I just love books. I love books. I've always loved books since I was a little girl, but I really want to get back into reading. So that's why I made this. It's going to be on my wall by my calendar to remind me and to motivate me to at least fill in one book each month that I'm going to read. So January, like I said, I'm reading the Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I'm already more than halfway through. So in January, I need to finish this book. I'm going to put Rich Dad, Poor Dad into this pink square, and it's going to feel so good when I do. Then I can move on to my next book for February. All right, so like I said in the beginning of the video, this is something I made. I will leave a link down below in my description box if you would like to print this out. It's through my Pinterest account. You can download this and you can print it out yourself if you are interested. I just thought it was super cute, you know, pink and blue, my favorite colors. And I'm going to share this with you guys if you're interested, okay? Okay, so that does it for this video. Let me know down below in the description box what you plan on reading for 2023. If you have any good book recommendations, especially about self-help, self-improvement, motivation type of books. That's what I'm really, really into. The 2 main books about finances and like money, and you know, like the Rich Dad, Poor Dad type of books, and the other book I showed you guys that my brother got me, which is this one. I think that's going to be like the only 2 I'm going to read on, like, you know, money and like learning how to like grow rich. I think the rest will be more books like this, you know, to like about the law of attraction, having a positive mindset, things like that. Okay. But I know this author, he has other books, and I'm really enjoying his style of writing. It's very easy to read. I do like that. So I might buy another one of his books, the by Robert Kiyosaki. So I might buy one of his other books and read that too later towards the end of the year. We'll see. But yeah, let me know any recommendations you have for me. Just write it down below in my comment section, please. I would really, really appreciate it. And then while you're down there, hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you're new to my channel. I would truly appreciate it. Yeah, so thanks for watching and take care. Keep on reading. I hope you guys are reading. Let me know what you're reading. Just, you know, you don't have to comment just recommendation books that you like me to read, but let me just know what you're reading too, okay? I would really sincerely like to know. Thanks for watching.